Well, hello guys, and welcome to a new show. Yeah, I've decided, you know what? Let's try something new. You'll be hearing that a lot this month. Milo Murphy's Law. This is a show created by the people who made Phineas and Ferb. It's very obvious to tell. And I've been thinking about talking about this one for a while now, and I'm finally like, screw it, let's do it. How do I put this? I really liked Phineas and Ferb, right? So my expectations are kind of high going into this one, because Phineas and Ferb was really good. So I hope they can live up to it. And let's see, actually. So our first episode is going the extra Milo. And it starts off, there's this new kid, Zach, right? He's new in town. And this other kid comes up, and everybody kind of backs away. This is Milo. And I'm just going to address the obvious. Milo is voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. I love Weird Al Yankovic. Oh my gosh, great. So I'm already on board. You already have me just at that. And we're not even a minute in. And I recognized it this time. I'm not making that mistake again. And then a girl walks up, Melissa? Yeah, I'm trying to learn names. That ain't gonna happen. But yeah, and she's friends with Milo, right? But everybody just kind of keeps their distance, you know? Because Milo's got this thing, the J word. And then a concrete water pipe rolls down, because there's also this orange bungee, and they just kind of go running off. They use it to grapple onto the thing, roll on it like a barrel roller, I guess. A dog shows up, D-O-G? They tell him to run off, and then they fall into the mud. The tube lands. They stay in between the tube as it lands on top of them. And the J word is Jinx. A lot happened really fast, but I like it. I'm liking where this is starting, because it's Murphy's Law. You know, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm down for this. Then we get the opening. Of course, it is sung by Weird Al. It's a good opening. And you get someone who can sing, and they actually use them. Cough, cough, Atlantis Scorpantis, cough, cough. But yeah, no, I like the opening. So we get the opening title card. It's, so Melissa and some other kid, I'll figure out the name eventually. Again, I'm going the extra Milo. I'm such a nerd. And they're basically making bets on whether or not they'll get to the school. Great setup. Great. So he has they arrive to the bus stop late. The bus is already gone, and they're like, oh, we'll get there. He pulls out a map just to have it stolen by a falcon, a hawk. I couldn't tell you what it is. So they're like, oh, we'll cut through the quarry. They go to the quarry, and there's an oil spill. This is great. The falcon comes on by. It hits the map on the electricity cord, and it drops it, and it just bursts into flames. Oh, that is really funny. It's great. I'm already liking this. So they decide to cut through Coyote Woods, and it's like, okay, they're gonna fight coyotes. No, it's named after an actor, Peter Coyote, but yet it's a wolf preserve. Great. They try to escape, and then they get attacked by bees. Bees. Oh, no. And the beehive falls on the wolf, and now they're attacked by bee wolves. Great. And I want to say, the animation is really good. This is some really solid animation. When they're being chased by the wolf, I like this. I really do. It's really well done. And meanwhile, while this is going on, the buses keep going on. Melissa's upping the bets, right? It's getting worse and worse. It's getting larger and larger, correction. They get into the sewer, and Zach's like, yeah, I think we should split up, because I kind of want to make it to school on time. And Milo's like, they just took a bus to school. Isn't this way more interesting? And I mean, like, yes, he does have a point, but they are so close to dying. They really are. But Zach goes along with it, and again, they continue on with Milo. They get to a construction site,
They turn on, and we find out this show does a lot of interconnecting. Everything like, oh, the hawk steals the map starts the oil file. The drainage pipe comes by, right, and attacks them at the beginning, but they need it at the construction site. So now the construction site's flooded with water. That's really nice. All this interconnecting. That's great. And again, the animation on this water is really good as they're running through this construction site. Eventually, though, they're able to get off, and we cut back to the bus, right? As the gambling's getting worse, they keep upping it, and they come by on the truck bed, I guess. And nope, they go down into the river. They go to get off on the bridge, but then are attacked by the wolf, and then saved by DOG. And yeah, the dog is cute, and I kind of laugh, but I worry it's gonna get old. I don't know, as long as they don't rely on it too much. I don't know, we'll see. And their water tower falls over. They go plummeting off a cliff, and aliens. Because of course, aliens. It's interesting because, like, I have to compare this to Phineas and Ferb, honestly. It's same creators. What Phineas and Ferb is it was also all this insane stuff, but it was always Phineas and Ferb, right? It was always centered around them. This show kind of does the opposite. It's not them that are the crazy stuff. It's the world that does all the crazy stuff. And that's a good thing because it gives the show enough of its own identity, right? So hopefully I won't have to refer back to Phineas and Ferb too much. Who knows, though? But the aliens, instead of anal probing them, they set them free. And yeah, they get back to school right on time, and their lunches were destroyed, and now they get them back. And that's where it ends. But it's a Disney show, so it's 2 11-minute episodes. So we got another one, Sunny Side Up. Now, I swear the second episode was The Undergrounders, but I guess I was wrong, or at least according to the episode list I'm using. But who knows? So I'd never seen this one before. I've only seen the first two. Like I'd seen the first episode and The Undergrounders. So I'd never seen this one. Usually I like to watch an episode at least 3 times before I reviewed it, but this was my first time. So yeah, let's get into it. So they're in science class, and and their teacher comes in. She wants to have sex with her desk. Okay, I guess it was funny enough. And then they're told they're doing like an egg project, right? Did you guys ever do those? I did that. I did that in middle school, where you had to create a container to drop the egg. I can't remember if I did it correctly or not, but everybody's like, nope, we're gone. And Melissa's like, cowards. I think I really like Melissa. I think she may be my favorite. She's got some of the best lines in this episode because she understands how things work. She's not like the outsider like Zach. She understands it and she just kind of goes with it. And she may be my favorite, honestly. We'll see. So, Zach brings 8 dozen eggs, just immediately opens the door, boom, half of them are gone. It was really funny. It's slapstick, but it's also a lot of reaction humor. And reaction humor, it can backfire really easily, but this show seems to be doing it pretty well. So Melissa shows up and brings a bunch of eggs, a bunch of dozens, right? And they start working on a bunch of different egg containers to try to keep it, right, safe. And there's a musical number, because I was wondering about that, because Phineas and Ferb had a musical number in, I want to say, every episode. So I was wondering if this show was going to do the same thing, and it seems like it. I don't know. Again, I've only seen 3 episodes, and 2 of them didn't. And while it may not be every episode, it looks like it'll happen more often than not. We'll see. And then, so they're trying out contraptions, right? The balloon that bursts into flames, that was funny. They send a flying one out after a bird, and it hits a bird, that's funny. And then we get this transition. 17 hours, 22 minutes, and 10,000 eggs later. That is a lot of eggs. Assuming there was a dozen in a pack, that's... I'm too lazy to do math. So they eventually do create a container that works. They call it Big Bertha. Of course they call it Big Bertha. And we also see Milo's dad. I'm assuming he's just as unlucky as Milo, but we'll probably find out. Of course, no, what am I saying? Of course he is. He has the crutches. And then we go through this dreams, right? Like, Zach has the dream, the egg container getting smashed. He wakes up, it's fine. Melissa has the dream that the egg got smashed. She wakes up, it's fine. Milo has a dream, everything's normal. He wakes up and there's a tree through his window. It's the obvious joke, like I saw it coming from a mile away, but yet it's still funny. This show, it has a lot of potential. It really does. I wonder how creative it's going to get, though. Because the first episode's an interesting standard, but I wonder how far they're going to go. So they get back to class, or they're at class the next day, and of course Milo smashes their one egg. It's obvious. He smashes it with a giant brain. But Milo still has an egg in his pocket from the previous day. Does that mean he didn't change his shorts? Whatever, right? It works. Okay, cartoon logic. And then the teacher also has another, because she likes to carve wood, I guess, and she created the pencil. Yeah, just make your own joke. So they get to the top of the roof, and they're running through all the checks for their dropping thing, while everyone else is dropping it. And of course, it's not going to be a simple drop. They drop it, it goes flying all over the place, kickball game, football stadium, a polar bear in habitat at the zoo, through traffic, and then attaches to a news helicopter. Gosh. And then it falls off, and right where it's supposed to land, an egg truck appears, and it just destroys the egg truck, covering everything in eggs. Everything. That's funny. And, of course, their egg survived. They get the A. It's, you, with all those eggs they smashed, they better have gotten that A. No, I like this one. It was funny on the first time, and hopefully it'll be funny again. Maybe, you know what I wonder? You know what, I do have to say one thing, though. Because I did see the first episode a few times, and I don't know how much, like, there are certain things that you can watch multiple times and find jokes that you didn't notice the first time. I don't know if this show does that, because there are a lot of them that do. I don't know, though. We'll see. But yeah, no, I do like the show. It's off to a good start, and hopefully it'll go up from here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.